Hey there, in this video I'm teaching you how to find out which the most wished for items are on Amazon. You're going to access amazon.com/gp/most-wished-for. Then you're going to be directed to a website that looks like this. And it's a pity because there's a lot of branded items over here, so you need to do a little bit of a skim through. But make sure that you find the unbranded ones. There is, for example, no unbranded items under toys and games as of right now. But you can already see that there's a big market for these kind of walking, learning stuffs, or even wireless Bluetooth speakers, etc. You can always compare these items with non-branded ones. Of course, you're not going to be focusing your attention on Jurassic World or Avengers DVDs, which you of course have no way of competing with, or Amazon products, which you of course have no way of competing with, but you can always hover through the categories and take a look at what's hot. So you're going, for example, to hit electronics, and let's see what's happening here. Well, of course, we have no way of competing against this. We might have a way of competing against Insta mini films, maybe not from Fujifilm, but maybe similar ones. And well, you can always make sure that you go through all of the pages. Of course, these are the most wished for, so there is a high demand for these ones. So USB plugs might be a thing that might be interesting today. Today is the 9th of August 2015. This might change anytime. Just make sure that you go through these pages and you find out exactly what it is that matches what you are willing to supply and what is most demanded. Of course, you can, as said, always hover by department, and you should also be familiar with the rest of these tabs over here. Gift ideas, well, they give you a solid knowledge about what people are gift wrapping, so that is very interesting. They're going to be giving you insights about what people are providing most as gifts. It's a pity that today there's nothing here which is non-branded, but you should be seeing non-branded stuff. It just depends. It moves a lot and it changes a lot. Top rated, you can see the most top rated items on Amazon. Well, it seems it is pretty cool to know that you can maybe compete against these guys over here. Maybe not a Vitamix, whatever that brand is, shaker, but maybe if you find a similar one, you know that there's a huge market for that since people are reviewing it so well. Toasters maybe. Well, you know, just make sure that you take looks over here constantly to make a solid idea in your mind about what's hot, what's trendy, what's on the market right now. Of course, we cannot sell GoPros, but that would be fantastic. Good opportunity might be selling accessories for GoPros. We already know that accessories are very, very interesting. Movers and shakers are those items that go up and down with a higher variance than the rest. For instance, maybe these items were super unpopular last week and they suddenly became ultra popular. This was in the 55,000 rank, and they suddenly made it up to 266. So they were in the top 55,000, and now they're in the top 266, which is an increase of 20,000%. This is pretty cool. They show you the top movers and shakers, the items that rise or decay faster. The selfie sticks, they really seem to be still really trendy. They're really making it big still nowadays after more than 1 year that they've been out in the market. And, well, generally, you should always keep in mind that all of these products over here, they're very likely to accept accessories. So the accessories for these products should also be very movie and shaky. Hot new releases. This is a very, very delicate tab. Today we find only these DVDs, etc., that I'm seeing over here. But you should always take care with this tab, because hot new releases, well, they might be very hot and they might be very new, but you don't know if the market is going to accept them long term. For instance, there might be a new, who knows what, a new loudspeaker released, a new kind of a Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, whatever it is, loudspeaker released, and it just might so be possible that it's very hot, very new, but the market does not admit it. So just make sure that you watch out with this tab. Never purchase anything that you directly see on this tab just because you saw it on this tab. Just make sure you go through a vast analysis if something under this tab catches your mind. Of course, let me remind you that all of these tabs can be sorted by department, so you can always know what the hottest new release for, let's say, home and kitchen is. As you see, there's a lot of items that you would have never even thought that they existed. Not too sure why this two wheels self-balance smart whatever it is thing is listed under home and kitchen, but these seem to be very, very, very interesting nowadays. Of course, I do not recommend buying and selling for this price, but if you find something which is as trendy as this, it might be a good idea to look into, of course, but of course to study, but as said, never trust a hot new release. Make sure you study it thoroughly. Bestsellers, well, we already know that these are the ones that the market best accepts. And the good part of this, as always, is that it's easy to compete against items that are of the same nature. You can always find out that if there's a big high demand for Apple cables, well, I'm very sure that you're going to be able to supply the market with Apple cables better than if there was not a high demand for them. Power banks are nowadays very, very interesting. I made a very, very good turnaround with those 2 or 3 months ago, and I think that it's an interesting item to take a look at. The margins are pretty healthy and pretty cool. I have tons of pages over here that you can hover through. There's stuff like really, there's enough stuff over here to be completely aware of what could work and what would not work that well. Bestsellers, it's definitely something cool. As said before, mentioned previously, not only the bestsellers are bestsellers, but they demand accessories, and everything that you can supply with accessories, well, it's pretty cool. The good thing about these products is that if they demand accessories, those accessories raise in the market as well. So these are the tabs that I really wanted to introduce you. It's again, it's Amazon/GP/most-wished-4, and a Google search will also bring you here if you Google Amazon most wished for items. And this is a very, very good idea of searching how the demanding of the market is looking like, the demand of the market. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if there's any question. I'm very, very happy to jump in, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next lecture.